After hearing a lot about cryptocurrencies, I started going through the basics. But frankly speaking, after hours of research, I got a lot of information in various different places. So I thought of putting it together in small videos so that everyone can learn together here in these videos. I am starting a blockchain video series from today. In this series, I'll be sharing everything that I am learning about blockchain in very simple terms so that we can come to know what this new technology is all about. In this video, we will basically be learning what a blockchain node is, how they work, and what role do they play in the blockchain network. For the purpose of explanation, I'll be using Bitcoin's blockchain network as an example. This is Sam. He just bought a computer and he thought of earning some money using this computer by mining Bitcoin. For doing that, he downloads a software called as Bitcoin Core software and he runs it. This computer will now act as a blockchain node. When Sam downloads and runs that software, he basically copies the blockchain from other nodes and now he becomes one of the verifier of blocks himself. And in turn, for verifying new blocks, he gets a reward in terms of Bitcoin. There are many such people on earth who are already running this Bitcoin Core software and Sam just becomes one node of that blockchain. This is why Bitcoin is considered as a decentralized network, because you can download and run this software anywhere on earth. You just need a computer and an internet connection. You can also call this as the hardware requirement of the blockchain. But how do all these nodes talk to each other? For the purpose of communication between nodes, there is something called as peer-to-peer network, commonly known as P2P network. P2P is a decentralized network communication that consists of a group of nodes throughout the world. These nodes collectively store and share data among themselves. For example, if Sam is in America and runs the Bitcoin blockchain in America, and there is another guy named as Tim who is in Australia, and he's also running the Bitcoin blockchain in Australia. So both the devices of Sam and Tim are the nodes of the Bitcoin blockchain and they will be sharing and storing the same transactions of data. The P2P architecture of blockchain allows all cryptocurrencies to be transferred worldwide without the need of any middleman or central server. With the distributed P2P network, anyone who wishes to participate in the process of verifying and validating blocks can set up a Bitcoin node in a similar way as Sam did in our previous example. In the Bitcoin blockchain, all the nodes are connected to each other and each node maintains a complete copy of the ledger and compares it to other devices to ensure that the data is accurate. So in the case of Sam and Tim's example, if someone tries to tamper with the transaction details in Sam's computer, then while comparing the data with Tim's computer and many other nodes like that, the blockchain will immediately come to know that Sam's data has been tampered and that data will again be replaced by the original data which was stored in Tim's computer in Australia. This is unlike a bank where transactions are stored privately and are managed only by the bank. Because of this peer-to-peer decentralized system, even if one node goes down, the other nodes are still present throughout the world and hence nobody can take down the blockchain. For taking down the blockchain, the whole world has to turn off the internet at the same time throughout the world, which is next to impossible. There are two subtypes of nodes which are full nodes and lightweight nodes. The full nodes are further subdivided into two subcategories called as mining nodes and staking nodes. But both these topics are a video of their own and I'll be making a video for each in the future. For this video, let's focus on full nodes. Full nodes acts as a server in a decentralized network that carries the main tasks like storing a copy of the blockchain, maintaining an agreement with other nodes, and verification of transactions. Whereas lightweight nodes are used as wallets to store coins. They do not store the whole blockchain and they must connect to the full nodes to broadcast their transactions to the network. When making decisions for the future of a network, full nodes are the ones that vote on proposals. If more than 51% of them don't agree with the proposition, it gets skipped, or in some cases, this can lead to a hard fork. Hard fork means the community cannot agree on a certain change and thus go their separate ways, creating two chains. Let's take an example for understanding hard fork. Imagine that you are playing a game with lots of people around the world and someone says, "Hey, let's change the rules of the game." But for doing that, everyone needs to be in agreement for applying that change. If everyone agrees, then that change is implemented and everything continues as normal. But If there is no agreement between the players, then two games will be created, one with the original rules and the other with new rules. In other words, there will be a fork in the game. The same can happen with Bitcoin's code. The most well-known example of that happening is the Bitcoin Cash fork. In 2017, Bitcoin Cash was created because there was a disagreement between the nodes about changing the block size from 1 megabytes to 8 megabytes, so that more transactions could be processed within each block. Therefore, there were people who supported this change, so they switched to a new coin called as Bitcoin Cash. There were also people who decided to stay with the original rules and kept using the original Bitcoin. This is how the forks are created. As people from all over the world are involved for maintaining this network, there needs to be a trust and agreement between people, right? So this trust is obtained by something called as the consensus algorithm. Think of normal centralized organization. All the decisions are taken by a leader or a board of decision makers, just like what Putin is doing in Russia right now. This is not possible in a blockchain because blockchain has no leader. For the blockchain to make decisions, people need to come to an agreement using consensus mechanism. Consensus algorithms are the rules by which the blockchain network operates. So, how do these consensus mechanisms work and why did we need them? What are some of the consensus mechanisms used in cryptocurrencies? So this is what I'll be explaining in my next blockchain video. If you want to learn more about blockchain and all the terms related to it, stay tuned for the upcoming videos. I hope I made this confusing topic a little more easy to understand. Thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please give us a like to reward our hard work and think about subscribing for more amazing videos just like this one. We hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching till the end.